Mae'n rhaglen datblygu sgiliau yn cynnig cymorthdal i chi fynd ar gyrsiau ledled Cymru, gan gynnwys cyrsiau i ddysgu sgiliau ymarferol a hyfforddiant i gydymffurfio a'r rheolau. Skills training can enable you to improve business and technical efficiency and meet new challenges. The right courses will enable you to improve working practices within your business, meet statutory requirements and diversify into new areas. Mae gennym rwydwaith o gwmnïau hyfforddiant dros Gymru, sy'n cynnig cyrsiau cymeradwy neu achrededig ar ystod eang o bynciau. 80% funding is available on a wide range of training courses. To find out how you can benefit from this programme, contact Farming Connect or Lantra.
We're farming 700 acres and milking 450 cows. We do some contracting work for silage and for spraying, some ploughing work as well.
We grow around 65 acres of barley, and then we grow 50 acres of maize, and the rest are grazing and silage fields then. We use the pesticides on the arable land, on the maize, and for killing off the weeds on the grassland.
We did the pesticide course in order to comply with the legislation. Previously we had contractors for all our pesticide applications, but we had agronomists who would advise us at timings of when we needed to apply pesticides, and unfortunately the contractors couldn't come around quite in time. So now we're more efficient that we can actually apply pesticide when it's needed onto the crops.
The cost of the course was £240 for the training and the assessment. But through Lantra and Farming Connect we were able to get 80% funding. The funding meant then that me and my dad could do the course, which would help us a lot more on the farm. At the moment I'm studying an ND course in engineering up in Llanfarian College, but when I finish next year I'm hoping to come home and after a couple of years take the farm off my father's hands when he retires.
Ni'n cael ein lleoli 5 milltir de o Aberystwyth. I ni'n ffermio gwartheg godro, beef ac hefyd defyd. Wel, y rheswm mwyaf athyn ni ar y cwrs DIY aide, achos gan bod lle arall dyn ni, rhyw 2 milltir o fan hyn, fyna mae'r defyd a'r gwartheg beef. Oedd amser yn mynd chwarae ni aros i'r dyn AI i dod i roi AI i'r fiwch, a ni'n colli amser yn y dydd. Felly, athyn ni ar y cwrs, jyst yn mwyn gwneud pethau'n rhwyddach. I ni chi wneud AI yn hunain nawr, sydd wedi helpu yn fawr iawn, achos pam bydd fiwch eisiau tarw nawr, allai wneud i amser godro, a beth i mas gyda'r gweddill y gwartheg.
Dwi nawr yn gelliau'r newydd bennig cwrs am 2 mlynedd. Dim digon o waith i tri fan hyn gatre. Gweithio ar modd bydd yn neis iawn, ond bydd rai fi hwylio am swydd nawr o'r rhywle arall. A bydde'r DIY AI wedi helpu fi lot â hwnnw, achos mae fe rhywbeth arall allai rhoi lawr ar yn CV a bydd yn allai cynnig rhywbeth yn ychwanegol i'r ffarmwr os byddai'n mynd i hwylio am swydd.
Here at West Atherston, wife and I and my 2 sons run family business. We've got 105 acres, 20 acres of existing woodland and another 35 acres that we planted 4 years ago under the Woodland Grant Scheme. My son's just left school, he's interested in forestry. We set up a firewood business and he's doing a forestry course at Llanfarian. We intend to do other contract work for other local farms on the Woodland Grant Scheme. At the moment we're processing our own timber, the logs. We went on a chainsaw course initially for regulations to be able to work on anybody else's land. I've been using the chainsaw for 30 years, and until I did the course, didn't realise how little I knew. As far as safety and technique, I learnt so much, far more than I imagined.
I farm with my husband Andrew Tyrrell at Lower Hardingsdown Farm in Llanfarian on the Gower Peninsula. We farm 220 acres. We are mainly a livestock farm, and we have been farming organically since 2004. We occasionally take small numbers of lamb and beef to our local abattoir. We have those back and sell them to mainly friends. We thought that we could actually perhaps develop this further, and this is why we applied for Farming Connect, to actually find out whether we could learn a little bit more about the process and getting better value for our cuts of meat. It's also quite expensive to have the meat jointed up by the butcher, so we thought, well, maybe we could do that ourselves at home. We've done the meat cutting course and it's been excellent. It was really informative. Our trainers, who were excellent, very patient as well with showing us how to cut correctly, using different techniques and the way that you can add value to the meat joints, which we hadn't realised we could do before.
Passes y test car pan yn 17 a I alluogi fi I gyrru Lantra o'r trailer a rhaid fi wneud cwrs B&E a mae'n rhaid I fi wneud achos bod ni 2 ffarm 23 milltir I ffwrdd a mae'n gyfraith bod rhaid chi cael yr test yma I tywod trailer. Ges I grant o 80% mas o Lantra cyswllt ffermio I wneud y cwrs y trailer achos mae'n gwrs drud. Sa'n credu oedd ni wedi meddwl am ti wneud o blaen, so oedd e'n cwrs a 500 an erbyn y. Ar ôl cael y funding, oedd ni wedi meddwl mwy am ti wneud achos bod e'n lot llai arian. Nes I cwrs teleandr achos mae'n fantes achos mae teleandr dan I adre a mae'n helpu gyda health and safety fydde, mae'n nhw'n pawb istedd fi'n mynd awr. A os wy'n gwybod sut I wneud popeth yn iawn awr, drefo I fydde. A os yw'n gwaith allan o'r ffarm, wy'n cyfod wedyn gyda nhw. Mae'n lot lefydd, ddim yn chi dreifo os chi'n meddwl cwmwysterau iawn o fydde.
Dwi'n byw ar ffarm Graig Fechan, Gaerwythyn. Maint y ffarm ydy 85 acres a dyn ni'n rhentu 25. Gennym ni 250 o ddefaid a rw 80 o gatal. Dwi wedi dod ar y cwrs yma I ddysgu sut I gneifio. Dwi wedi bod yn cneifio adre ond dod yma I ddysgu sut I wneud o'r ffordd iawn. Ag gobeithio medru cneifio'r ddefaid I gyd adre, safio cael cneifiwr I fewn. Nes I ffindio allan bod 'na funding ar gael I fynd ar y cwrs cneifio drwy magazine gwlad a bod 'na 80% o'r funding ar gael I helpu dalu am y cwrs. So nes I ffonio Lantra I fyny ac nathon nhw cytuno I roi 80% iddo fi I ddod ar y cwrs cneifio. Gan bo fi wedi tyfu fyny ar ffarm, dwi wrth fy modd ar y ffarm ac yn helpu gymaint o fedrau a gobeithio cymryd y ffarm drosodd un diwrnod.
I fanteisio ar y rhaglen datblygu sgiliau, rhaid cofrestru gyda cyswllt ffermio. To find out more information on training courses available and training providers who can deliver through the programme, contact Farming Connect or Lantra. Mae yna nifer o opsiynau I ddewis ohono. Bydd eich cydgysylltydd datblygu sgiliau yn cydweddu'r anghenion a'r hyfforddiant sydd ar gael I chi.